I'm Forrest Tanaka, and I'm here in front of the Firehouse Art Center here in Pleasanton, California. And today I won't be shooting with my DSLR, my usual camera. I'm going to be shooting with one of these, my iPhone, to show you my most complicated iPhone photography workflow. So let's get started. Now this, like I said, it's my most complicated one. And we have an issue here where we have a bright sky and a relatively dark building. So I'm going to use an app called True HDR, which is going to combine a bright exposure photo with a dark exposure photo to make a more even one. And then we'll see where we can take it from there. The target of all this is to post it to Instagram. So let's get started. I'll show you what I do. So this is True HDR, and you can see the building is really dark against that bright sky, but that's okay because this is an HDR photo. So we're going to take two shots, and that's what True HDR is designed to do. The first one, we'll tap in the sky, and let's find a good exposure there. That looks good. Take the first shot. Then we'll tap the building, get a nice exposure there. Get the second shot. Now it's going to merge. Once I tap the merge button. And now it's going to combine the brightest parts of the darker photo with the darkest parts of the brighter photo and combine them into one nice photo. Almost done here. And there is the built-in camera app can also do this, but it's not very good. True HDR, in my experience, is much better. And there we go. So that's a good starting point. And let's see, it gives some other options here. I think I'll increase the brightness a little, but hopefully without damaging the sky too much. And I think that should do it for now. I'm gonna save it. And it's saved to the camera roll. So now with it saved, and being that it's an iPhone running iOS 5, it's also saving it to PhotoStream, which is part of iCloud. The next step will be to edit the photo on my iPad, and I'll show you how that works once I go home. But first I'm going to make a stop over at Starbucks, and I'll see you at home. Okay, back home. The rest of the processing is going to happen on my iPad. This is a 16 gig Wi-Fi iPad, first generation. And let's turn it on. And now, like I said, I'm running iOS 5 on both my iPad and my iPhone. So, and I have PhotoStream enabled. So if we look in the photo library, we should have, oh, there it is, the photo that I took earlier. So that's really cool. PhotoStream is actually probably my second favorite iOS 5 feature after background sync, because it just makes this kind of thing really easy. So to remind you, this is targeted at Instagram, but I'm going to go through another step before Instagram. Now, the first step was True HDR, and the second one is going to be Snapseed by Nick Software. Nick Software has got a ton of experience in photo post-processing with a lot of Lightroom and Photoshop plugins that are really cool. And they have a really cool iOS app that's iPad optimized here. So let's launch Snapseed. And so let's open the image that I took earlier from the photo stream. There it is. Sure, you can use my current location. And so there's our photo. Has all these controls on the side here. First thing I'm going to do is crop it because let's see. Actually, the first thing I'll do is straighten it because it is a little bit at an angle. All right, and so let's get that straight. So it was almost straight. Hit apply. And so the next step is to crop it. Instagram insists that everything is square. So let's make it a square here. You can select the 1:1 aspect ratio. I'm going to make it as big as possible. I may crop those leaves out there. And let's see. How about there? Now we've got some camera distortion here. I don't believe there's a way to fix that distortion. That'd be a nice thing to have. But, oh well, because we were looking a little bit up on the building. So some of the lines are angled sort of like a pyramid shape a little bit. But that's all right for this demonstration. So we'll apply there. So now we got a square photo all set. And now, actually, I sort of feel like rotating it back a little bit. Maybe I took that a little too far. So fix some of the distortion. Reduce some of the resolution, unfortunately. Alright, so the other thing I like to do is tune image. Now it is an HDR photo, so both the sky and the building are nicely exposed, but I actually want to enhance the brightness of the building. So ambiance or ambiance is a good way to do that. Let's pump that up. A little bit less realistic, but still pretty cool. And maybe increase the overall brightness a little and the contrast a little bit. That'll increase the saturation as well. I think we'll leave that there. Let's play with the white balance. And I think I like it just about where it started. Hit apply. Okay, let's see what else we can do. Details. I haven't actually done details very much. Activate the loop. Okay, let's give this a try. Actually, I've never tried this before. So let's see what we have. Sharpening and structure. Let's see what structure is. Oh, that's sort of a HDR, a super HDR look. Let's put it right around there. Sharpening. Oh, that's pretty nice, actually. That sharpening effect. Let's look at the loop. Very cool. I think that's a recent addition. You can also see the noise. I mean, there's just no choice right now. It's that iPhones shoot JPEG. So any changes we make here are going to increase the noise. And if it was RAW, of course, we'd still have noise, and that would still be true. But with a 14-bit RAW, for example, the noise wouldn't be too big of a problem unless you're really pumping up the exposure of something really, really dark. So good, let's apply that. So let's try drama, see what we get from there. Oh my. Well, that's pretty cool, but that's not quite the effect I wanted. Let's try some others. These are very HDR-y effects, if that's a word. But I think I'll forego these, and I'll just go back. And maybe let's try a vintage look. And you can hit the star to try different looks. Well, some of these are actually pretty nice. In fact, I'll try one of these. I kind of like that one. Makes it a little bluer, I suppose, a little less saturated. Hit apply. And the last thing I'll try is the grunge effect. Did I hit apply? Oh no, I didn't. Just to see what we get from that. I'm not likely to use it. Ooh, actually that's pretty cool. Again, they have some presets that you can go through. I am liking these actually. I wasn't expecting to. And it has a center of focus, and you can adjust the size of it like this. Let's just make it the center overall. And we'll make it pretty wide so as not to affect too much of it. Wow, that's pretty dramatic. Let's try some others. Oh, I'm liking that even more. You can affect a lot of other settings, the strength of the texture, but I actually don't like this texture that much, typically. See how the saturation is? Oh, that's actually pretty nice. Again, the more stuff I'm doing, the more noise I'm adding. That's just the way it goes. Like this is iPhoneography. It's just for fun, basically. And that's why I use this, because it is a lot of fun to try different things. And the other thing is, it's given me ideas for shooting things with my DSLR and some of the post-processing we can do. So it's actually pretty useful. I'm gonna stick with this one, hit apply. All right. And I think I will leave it there. Oh, let's try tilt shift. I forgot about that one. That's a new feature. Swipe left to right, select style. All right. That is awfully cool. Blur strength, brightness, contrast, transition. Ah, I see, the smoothness of the transition. I am liking that a lot, actually. Liking that a lot. Ah, okay, so I'll try a linear one that'll keep the sharpness horizontally. I'll bet you we can even change the angle. Well, maybe not. Yeah, it doesn't look like you can. Okay, we'll make a soft transition. Yeah, I'll make it pretty soft. Can I? Oh, good. Oh no, I can change the angle. That's pretty cool, but I want it straight. I'll do it like that. Bring it down. So this will kind of simulate a small depth of field. That is awfully cool. I've never tried that before. Actually, I'll try to keep the top of the building sharp. So we'll bring that up. Liking this a lot. The software a lot. Okay, we'll hit apply there. That is very cool. And I'll save it. Again to the camera roll. And again to photo stream. Now, you could put Instagram on your iPad. I haven't bothered because this iPad is first generation. It doesn't have a camera, so I just never bothered to put Instagram on it. So, let's try with this. Let's see if I can put it in a useful place in this camera. Alright, give that a try. Okay, let's see. Now we'll run Instagram. And hopefully this is visible. Nope, a little high there. Okay, so I'll go here. That'll bring up the camera. But I'm not going to take a shot. Touch the library. Photo stream. Oh, and there it is. So, processed photo. Gonna crop it and move it into the right place. Well, I'm not actually gonna crop it, but it shows up in the wrong place. And I'll choose. Hope I chose. Okay, now it does have some other effects we can try here. Which I forgot how to do. Is it this? Oh, there it is. But I think I've done enough processing, so I'll just leave it in the normal mode. Hit the check mark. I'll geotag that. Actually I won't, because I'm not sure if it's geotagging for where I am now or where the museum was. And I'll just say the just typing there. Pleasanton Firehouse. Close enough. Art Center. Alright. And I won't put it on any of these networks. I'll just say done. And now, there I am on Instagram. So, and if you want to follow me on Instagram, that'd be great. I'd love to have more followers on Instagram, even though it doesn't really mean that much. But it'd be a lot of fun to have more followers, so I have the information at the bottom. So there you go. This is my most complicated iPhone photography workflow. Now, if I'm not shooting a high dynamic range scene, where there's not so much contrast between the brightest and darkest areas of the photo, then I won't use True HDR for those. I may just take a photo directly from Snapseed, which is also the same. It's a universal app, so it works on iPad and iPhone. Let's see, and yeah, if I'm posting directly to Facebook or something, then I may not use Instagram. But thought I'd show you what I think is kind of an interesting, complicated scenario, which is actually really simple to do and a lot of fun. So I hope you're having fun doing cell phone photography, whether you're on Android or iPhone or Windows Phone 7, because it's really a lot of fun. Sort of reminds me of airline pilots who on the weekends fly an ultralight just for the sheer joy of it. You know, I'll fly my iPhone's camera just for the sheer joy of it, because it's a lot of fun. A bit of a challenge to see how good a photo you can take, and just some mindless fun in a way. So hope that was educational and gives you some ideas, and I'll talk to you later. Oh, before, I just wanted to thank you all for subscribing to my channel. There's a lot of you now, and I'm really, really grateful for all that. And I'm trying to answer some questions, so if you have any comments, just leave them in the comment section of the YouTube video or on my Facebook page. And so now, I'll talk to you later.